Hey, what's going on, fam? Tokoyo Carlton here, and of course, another night, another live, guys. We're going to talk about tonight becoming aware of your full potential. Let me say it again: becoming aware of your full potential. Doesn't it sound good, right? You see the smile on his face when you start to figure out who you are. Things start to change. And so let me go ahead and do this. I'm gonna give you a couple scenarios, a couple stories, whatever, of some real life stuff. So like, do you remember like when you had let's say a baby, right? You had a baby and that baby, I mean, obviously it sees us walking around, adults walking around, kids walking around, all that stuff. And then its mind is saying, I can do that. But its body's capability is saying, nah, doc, you're not ready, right? So I just want you to understand that even at our young age, we were challenged. We had things, barriers that we thought were insurmountable, right? That we would never accomplish those barriers and never, get over them, right? And so as a kid, we see other people, other kids walking, we see grown-ups walking, and we want to be just like them because in our mind, we know we are just like them, right? And so again, you see that baby, and of course they're crawling. Then you see some of those babies are they're crawling. But only one leg is actually crawling. The other leg is like straight and it's like dragging, like it's pushing off, like they're trying to walk but still crawl at the same time. And so again, what happens is simply at some point they get up enough nerve to go climb up on something and hold themselves up. So they're not really walking, but in their mind, it gave them something that they accomplished. It gave them that power that I can stand just like they can stand. Y'all getting this? I mean, like literally right before I did this, I hadn't even thought about this. Like I literally just thought about that as I was just saying that, because you guys know I'm never scripted. I just flow with it. And I'm sitting here thinking like, you know what? Babies have accomplishments that they're achieving, goals that they may not have a timeline on it, right? They may not know that part. All they know is keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. And of course, they go from a crawl to pulling themselves up on something. And guess what? They're standing up just like the giants around them. And guys, just like that, you could be standing up around the giants that you look up to, the people that you want to be more like, right? Not be like, but be more like, right? In your own lives, right? In your own scenarios. And so again, you see that baby, they're standing up on something and they're walking around that dining room table or, something they're holding on to, that bed, right? And they're just walking around that thing as if they're doing it with nothing holding them up. And they feel good about that. They smile, we smile, right? So they know they did something good. So they're already knowing that again, they're aware of their potential, that they can do what we do, right? And so again, guys, I had to tell you that because I had to set this up, because as adults, we forget that. Let me be honest, like think about that. How many of us forget that we can do more? Like we've just kind of fell into this trap, this thing we call the rat race, and we see people getting promoted, we see people starting their own business, we see people doing the very thing that we want to do but are afraid to do. We're so afraid of failure. But guys, coming into your own potential changes things. When you start to watch this, do you realize like most times that you've figured out your full potential is when you were stressed out, when you had no choice? See, we just didn't do it because we wanted to do it. Most times, for most of us, we were put in a situation where we had no choice. We were put in a situation where, listen, I had to, take flight and grow wings on the way down. How many of us had that story? Anybody? So what I'm saying is this. I was meeting with a young lady who's a part of my direct sales team, and we just promoted her to manager. And for like over almost a year, I had sat this young lady down. I told her about the possibilities, but every time I had a conversation with her, I can clearly see in her face, in her eyes, in her mind's eye, that it was going over here. It was going over her head, and she didn't see herself in that light. Of course, I tried to, give her every angle, right? Like this is what can happen if you run with this. This is what can happen for you. Because at the time, this young lady was actually living and she still is actually. She's living in a hotel and one of those weekly stage deals, and she's staying there. And I was just like, trying to share with her how she can take this direct sales opportunity and change her life and get her into a place and get her to where she's on her own because she's had success in the past. She's been in management and things of that nature, but because she had kind of gotten beat up a little bit, because she had been through some things, and it led her to have to live into a weekly stay hotel. Guys, she kind of got down on herself, and so she lost track of who the queen she was. And of course, me, I'm trying to remind her, hey, listen, you can do this. I've seen what you do. I've heard your story. I've heard your resume, right? And so this goes on, I mean, months and months and months, and literally until I believe like the 8th month of her working with us in our company, just being, a person who goes out and produces. She would produce just fine. But I approached her about, moving up to management several times. And because of her mindset, she just thought she wasn't ready. She didn't think she had what it took to move to management. And so, again, I just kind of, made sure that I kept pouring on. So, because here's the thing, I don't want to convince her that she's a manager. I didn't want to convince her that she, could do all this stuff. I needed her to listen to what I was saying and know that she could do it and that she was capable of doing it. See, sometimes we all need cheerleaders. We need someone who's in our corner, right, to help us to help us to see, right? Because sometimes we can't see because we're clouded by all the things that are happening in our lives, all the people, all the stuff that's going on in our lives. We sometimes forget how strong we are and the abilities that we have locked inside of us. That's in our DNA. It's in there. But again, we let life beat us down. And so what I'm saying is simply this. So I'm sitting down with her tonight, right? She came by and we were meeting right before I got started. That's why I named this deal right here, becoming, becoming aware of your full potential. That's why I named it this, because I literally saw her switch into this person that I fully knew that she was, but she had forgotten. So as I was talking to her, and really she was talking to me, that's why I saw, oh, she's got it. It was like that moment in the Matrix when the guys, the Smiths, start shooting the bullets, right? They're shooting the bullets. And he looks and turns and says, no. Did everybody just get a chill just then? I did. That's what that did. So basically it was that a moment when he became self-aware that he was this guy they call Neo. He was the one. He realized it at that moment, and he was able to stop bullets just like they told him he could, right? He wouldn't have to dodge them. He wouldn't have to run. Y'all getting this? Sometimes it takes people longer to come to fruition that, hey, listen, I can do this. I have more power and strength than I know that I'm capable of. I just need to let it out. So I'm sitting down, we're talking, and I promoted a manager last month. And immediately, once I gave her the label of manager, I can start seeing this shift happen because now it came with responsibility. She knew she had to do more than what she was doing for. Before, she was in our top 2 salespeople all the time, every week, every month, right? But she still never saw herself in management. She never saw herself in leadership. But I put her in that position. We kept on talking her up, that type of thing. And of course, it finally clicked when we moved her to the manager position. It was a beauty to see, man. We were sitting there talking, just me and her, and she was talking about all the things that she wants to do for her team. Oh God, I'm telling you guys, it's crazy. So all the things she wants to do for her team. She was already taking ownership. She was already seeing things that, hey, listen, if I was in charge, this is what I would do. She started thinking about things outside the box. Like, before she was just a worker bee. She just, hey, go work, produce, and make money, blah, 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 blah. It was just on her. But I teach my team, the J. Paul Getty rule, right? I teach them, hey, I'd rather get 1% of 100 people's help than 100% of my own. I teach that because it's about getting paid on leverage, not based on what you do. She got it. And I was just sitting there listening to her. She was having all these ideas. Hey, I'm going into some companies. I've been networking, and I'm going to put up some positions where I can actually get inside get inside some events and things of that nature. I'm going to use the contacts that I've made, and I'm going to cultivate them. And I'm sitting there like, oh my goodness, she's got it. And I'm getting excited because again, she's starting to realize her potential. Yes, she has a full-time job, all that stuff. She was working with us part-time, but making full-time money. And so again, the whole thing was she realized that I can do more. I'm worth more. But sometimes we have to go through that stuff, that cloud, that storm, right? That weather, right? We have to go through all that stuff just so we can realize whose we are. And she figured it out. I'm so excited for her. I'm so excited for her team that's going to come, right? And so the whole thing is, guys, becoming fully aware of who you are. It's a beautiful thing. And I wish that for all of you, because I know that you're capable of a lot more than what you're doing, of who you're showing the world, who you're showing yourself. I know you're more capable of doing a lot more. I know you're bigger than the person you see in the mirror. So I need you to understand that. You're bigger than the person that you see in the mirror. You're bigger than the person that your friends tell you are. You're bigger than the person that your coworkers make you think you are. You're bigger than the person that your family members telling you that you are. I need you to realize that. So you don't take another 12 months to figure that out. You can figure it out today, tonight. You can figure it out soon. Let me put it that way. Let's not even put a number on it, but just know that you're capable of so much more than what you're doing. Again, stop watching other people get and have what you deserve if you just put in the work. I know you're saying, Mr. Carlton, I put in the work. Well, that's great. It's just timing now because people need to realize that. And if they can't realize it, you got to take it into your own hands. And what does that mean? Maybe it's time to walk away. Maybe you've got the money saved up, the finances in order where they need to be so that you can walk away and, of course, start your own company in the one that you're already excelling in, but no one sees it or no one's going to give you the gratification that you need or the promotion or the financial award that you're looking for. Sometimes you got to go get it yourself. You can't wait for someone else to give it to you. So I'm giving you permission, guys, permission tonight to say, you know what? I can do this. I'm fully aware that I'm better than what they say I am. I'm fully aware that I'm better than I think I am. I'm fully aware that I'm better than the guy I see in the mirror. I'm telling you guys, I'm getting so excited for you right now, just like I did for her. April is on a whole nother stratosphere now, and her business is going to go through the roof. So with that, guys, listen, I do this every single night, Monday through Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I drop nuggets. These nuggets for you. These are for you. I'm putting them in place so that you can learn from mistakes that I had, from things and experiences that I've been through. So again, Monday through Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm live right here on Facebook, on my fan page on Facebook, and also on YouTube as well, right? So if you want to follow me on YouTube, you can go to Tokoyo Carlton Speaks, and you'll find me on YouTube. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, so that every time I go live, every time I upload a video, you're going to be notified so you can get that information right away. And so here's the other thing that I always do at the end of this. Again, I want to do a call to action here. So if you're still trying to figure out what it is that you need to do, or what do I do in my life, or hey, I'm in a position right now where I need to make a change. I know I'm better than what other people say. I know I'm better than what I think I can do. I know I'm better than that. I'm better than the guy I see in the mirror. So if you're ready to grow and level it up, guys, between me and my team, we can help you do that. So again, here's what I'm telling you. Go to www.workwithcarlton.com. Again, www.workwithcarlton.com, and book a 30-minute evaluation so that we can talk about what's going on, where you are now and where you want to be. So with that, guys, and then also this month on the 24th, me and my business partner, Mr. Ali Madawi, we're going to be hosting an event. We're going to be talking about building capital or business capital so you can start that business that you want to start. We're going to be talking about how to build and how to continuously, attract people, how to, build leads and all that stuff of people who are looking for you as opposed to you chasing them down. So we're going to be talking about all this stuff, like, just everything you need to have a done for you business, right? So again, guys, I appreciate you all. Look forward to seeing you again tomorrow evening, again, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And with that, guys, it's been a plum pleasing pleasure. I look forward to seeing you guys at the top, from the top, over the top. Take care, take charge, and we'll talk to you soon.